So here's the ground floor wall that I want to put the Airstone on. Now I didn't show everything on this, I'm just showing the general. You guys have seen me put this stuff up before, so there's no need. The idea here is just to show you the final result. Now this is the one wall where I have the breaker panel and the network cabling. Yeah, I know it's a mess. It's on my to-do list. I will definitely clean that up. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just putting a darkening paint so that if you see any light or anything, or if you open the cabinet, you're not gonna see a bright wall. It's just to match and blend things in. Now I didn't put stone in this part of the wall because the liquor cabinet needs the extra space that the stone would take up to make it all fit together nicely. 1 inch can make a big difference in something like this. Now this is the liquor cabinet, and it mounts over that darkened panel, so you really don't see it. And again, if I would have taken and put stone over the wall, then this panel the liquor cabinet would have stuck out even farther and become a problem when I wanted to mount the cabinet. So there's no point in spending $150 on fake stone if you're just going to cover it up with a wooden cabinet. At least that's my thoughts. The cabinet is a split cabinet. The lower part mounts to the wall. The upper part also mounts to the wall. And it's hinged so that you can open it up and access the electrical panels.
Okay.
It's a pretty simple design, nothing complicated, but it's very functional for what I'm trying to do. Now here's the bar mirror. Of course, every bar has got to have a mirror so that the people sitting around your bar can see how drunk they look. And my daughters are arranging the beverages in size order. Now here's the focal point of this. This is another faux fireplace. I know I've gotten some grief from people that don't like the fake fireplaces. But this is not about heating the room, it's just about atmosphere. And nothing says atmosphere better than a nice open flame. And even if it is a synthetic or artificial type of unit, it looks pretty good. Anyway, the same technique for mounting this with the recess opening and running electrical is the same as I did in the upstairs bedroom. Now this is a solar powered or battery powered light, and it's just an accent lighting that hangs over the bar. Nothing fancy. Yeah. And last but not least, I finally put the shotgun someplace my wife approves.
Doesn't that look better?
It's a miracle.
Yeah, well, I'll put them around, don't worry.
Now we're just, of course, setting up everything. We have the
Thank you.
popcorn popper.
There we go.
Now it looks cleaner. See? Wait. Oh,
You didn't clean it all up?
I did!
Well, you didn't get it all.
And of course we have the miscellaneous decorations, the banners, the flags, just silly posters and stuff. Now this is the bar. It weighs about almost 300 pounds. It's really heavy solid wood. I'm working really hard to get it in place. There's no way to move this thing easily. But it does work well for this area. And all we're doing is we're just setting everything up. We want to make sure that everything is nice and organized and appropriate. Well, wife will be home pretty soon. We want her to see it. Now I just have some flags and posters and things that I've acquired over time that I wanted to put on the wall. Of course, there's the American flag. And there's the Zambian flag. My wife is Zambian. So, with respects to her, I placed, or I had a flag made that matches the American flag there. unbeknownst to me, I wasn't paying attention. I hugged the silly thing upside down. And my daughter took a bit of offense to that. She was not very happy with me for not paying attention to the orientation of the flag. And I understand that. So I raised her to speak her mind. And she let it be known that she was not particularly impressed by what I've done.
Look at this.
What? Oh, is it upside down? We'll see if you can change it.
Do you know what putting a flag upside down means?
Yeah, it's a distress signal.
Disrespectful.
Sorry.
Oh, that's even more disrespectful. Just because it's not yours doesn't mean you can disrespect it like that.
But here's the thing, honey. I had that flag made specifically for your mom and you. Out of respect.
Yeah, then you'll put it upside down.
Well, I wasn't paying attention. I'm trying to get this done.
paying attention.
Yeah, well, let's go to Q.
Now, the way I'm hanging these little signs is I'm using little brass nails, and I'm actually driving them between the gaps between the stones. So I'm not driving it into the stone, but simply the little tiny gap between the two stones. That way they're easy to remove if I want to change them. At the same time, you don't notice them, they don't damage the wall. And now the last little details. Now these lights are not working quite right. They're supposed to be triggered when it gets dark outside, and they just don't seem to hold up.
You like it?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Pain in the ass. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll come down later tonight when the sun's not shining in. So it's all done. We have the popcorn machine, and we got some plaques and such. Of course, we have the flags. For those that don't know, that's a Zambian flag. My wife is Zambian. And there's our faux fireplace, and yes, that is a real shotgun. Fake fireplace, real shotgun. And it's in a requisite location above a fireplace. There's the liquor cabinet. There's the patio. Now the liquor cabinet is unique. One of the problems I had down here was what to do with the electronics, electrical and such back here. Now this is network connections and the breaker panel. So I made a split cabinet that hinges. We rarely have to get into it, but there it is. We have a nice selection of sipping stuff. And for those that in the know, yes, that is a 21-year-old bottle of scotch. Very smooth. Special guests. We got some vodka, and we got some gin, and we got some whiskeys and rum, and of course scotch. Now these lights are not seem to be working right. They're supposed to be solar. They come on when it gets dark. Just put them in, so I'm not exactly sure. They're acting up a little funky, but that's okay. They're just accent lights. The whole idea about a room like this is just to have atmosphere. Something beautiful, something relaxing where you can entertain and just chill out. Invite guests over. And of course, when the weather permits, the patio is always an option. Can't see it real well, but that's all right. It's not about the patio. This is about the bar downstairs. So there it is. I hope you all like it. Now, like I said, I didn't show the construction of the stone on the wall because you've seen me do that twice more. So every floor of the house, we have one stone accent wall, whether it's the fireplace on the first floor, this accent wall in the bar on the ground floor, or the accent wall in the bedroom on the top floor. But it's a very pleasant atmosphere, very nice place. We're very happy, and now we need to have a party. Thank you for watching. Oh, there I am. See? Hi. Were you videotaping still? We're good? No, don't put your fingers in front of it, honey. All right, hit stop. All right, hit stop.